That's my friend Brian Blake. How y'all doing tonight? Man, we are live at Sweet Swine of Mine Distributing Test Kitchen. I'm with my
now.
Are you live now?
Now I had to turn that on.
Yeah, I think I'm on. I think somebody's watching. We're gonna show chat. Y'all come on and join us. We're gonna have a good time. Tonight is turkey night, man. We decided to get ready for Thanksgiving, show y'all a little something. Mark's gonna put out a special recipe. We're gonna put it in the comments below. We got some what? Tell me what you did.
So boneless, skinless turkey breast in
Yeah.
a red box, and right here under this is what's left. We've had to hold back, but this is some homemade dressing with
Fresh
sage from the herb garden out front of the test kitchen.
from the front fresh yard out
And
here.
then we've got the executive producer brought in a sweet potato casserole.
Yeah.
And a Brussels sprout casserole.
Fresh yard out here. Hold on, I got real time video happening right here.
And then also we got over there we got a little bit of sort of a eggy chicken gravy to go on top of it all.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that either.
Mm-mm.
So all up with some who's that girl behind us? Adidas.
What?
Who's that girl behind
I
us?
don't know.
What's happening right there?
I don't know. For some reason our screensaver ain't coming.
Yeah, our screensaver ain't happening yet. So we got some little turkey and gravy and all that kind of good stuff happening. And man, y'all come join us. And Mark's gonna put up the recipe for this dressing we got going on.
Man, I'm gonna tell you the secret to this stuff, y'all. In anything you make like this, whether it be a gumbo or a gravy, or in this case a dressing.
Boy, we've said this before, hadn't we?
Stock. And in this case, stock with some fat. Now you can add butter to it, but if you buy the right chicken to make stock with,
yeah,
that's got plenty of fat on it, plenty of skin, then your stock will have that schmaltz in it, and it'll have that yellow hue on the top of it. And when you refrigerate it, you get that little coat, almost it looks like paraffin on top of old grandma's jelly, you know?
Yeah.
But it's that yellow coating of chicken fat. And that's what makes this stuff so rich and yummy. Instead of having to add butter to it, you got that chicken fat that really richens this up. Anything you do, making your stock is key. Taking your bones, taking the right bones, fatty bones, the stuff that's got the collagen in it, that's got the fat and the skin and all that stuff, and cooking it down over some time with some onions and some celery and some herbs and spices. And over time, what I'm talking about, y'all, is like really, if it's fresh chicken, you want to put it in warm, like you want to heat it up, don't drop it in rolling boiling water, but heat it up, let it heat up slowly, and it'll have a little it'll pull the impurities out of it and have like a little foam on top of it. And then you scoop that foam off, and when you get all that foam off, then you can crank it on up to a good hard simmer.
Yeah.
And let it sit there for a good 2 hours with the lid on it. With the lid on it, you can turn it down a lot lower, but extracting all of that flavor out of that chicken and out of them bones and out of them joints, and softening all the veg, and then pulling the meat out and pulling the bones out and using your hand blender to emulsify all those goodies that are left inside there.
And from that, we made chicken and dumplings the other day.
Yep.
I mean, last Friday night, we made chicken and dumplings, and out there in the middle of South Haven Springfest.
And we fed everybody.
We fed a lot of people.
And still had to throw some away.
And then plus that gumbo that Dusty brought.
Man.
That was pretty special too.
So if y'all hadn't learned anything from old school.
Honecker, what's up from Galax?
Oh, look at there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing him in Galax, remember?
You can do that with a rotisserie chicken if you don't eat all the skin.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you buy that rotisserie chicken, that ain't cheating. That just speeds it up. Pick all the meat off and boil the carcass.
Yep.
And
anything
in the skin with onions and celery. If you like a little sweeter, add some carrot to it.
G-Man says delicious.
Yes.
You know what else was delicious?
That dang
sauce
That
that
sauce.
G-Man.
On those legs.
We cooked them legs and thighs Friday for lunch. Man, them was good.
Son.
And hey, and we didn't just cook chicken and dumplings.
Mm-mm.
And we didn't just cook gumbo. And we didn't just cook some chicken legs and thighs.
We cooked some barbecue.
We cooked some barbecue too. And they let us bring home some of these. I don't know. I mean,
Oh, you got more over there?
yeah, they let us bring a few of these home. So we had us a good time, didn't we?
It was a good time had by all.
Yeah, man.
There'd be another big one or two had we turned in chicken.
Well, we told Dusty we weren't gonna say nothing about that.
Oh, I forgot.
Well, you know,
it wasn't Dusty's fault.
Mention
we
180.
We did have a perfect 180 in pork in KCBS, and that's what won us this big trophy here.
It's got that flag right back
and
there.
you can't see the top of it. You can't even see the top of that on there.
It's pretty big.
It's got a bowling man on the top of it. But Johnny Bateman says those chicken and dumplings were awesome.
Yes, they were.
Good evening. He said, watching from home with me and the wife. Oh, Johnny Bateman. I like them folks. Them are good folks. They came out to see us at Springfest. But we had a good time. Don't ask us about the chicken because he didn't get to cross the road. Wouldn't you say that? The chicken didn't cross the road, did
The
he?
chicken got squirreled.
He sure did.
But that's okay. We still had a good time. We still
did
had
have
a
great.
good showing. And, you know, it wouldn't be near the story if we had turned the chicken in.
That's right. That's right. It would have been a grand old time, though, if we would have turned that chicken in. I hate to say a grand old time.
Like you said, y'all, in competition barbecue, sometimes you win with your worst and lose with your best. And our best, I thought, really the whole day was our chicken.
I thought so, too.
And,
I thought it was the best thing we cooked all
and what
weekend.
I thought was the worst thing we cooked all day was that 180 pork.
Ain't that something?
And had we missed the turn in on pork, I would have been like, we wouldn't get called no way.
And that's not arrogance. I mean, we're not being arrogant about it. That's just
We didn't
what our thoughts were.
Wasn't the best.
It wasn't the best thing we cooked. It really wasn't.
It's just like that.
I appreciate you letting me spend.
Man, we had a
some
ball.
time with you, and man, we had a good time. Gary says it was a good cold wet time.
Sure was.
I don't know how the coordinators of Springfest took April weather and put it in October, but they somehow they did it for 3 days, and then. But the only difference was that we wasn't standing in mud; we were standing on concrete, which was the best thing that happened in South Haven.
A few million tax dollars spent.
Yeah. And now that I paid for that, I helped pay for that, and then I moved to Olive Branch.
There you go. We appreciate your contribution.
Yeah, I helped pay for some of that for about 14 years, and then I moved to Olive Branch. So, G-Man says, judges said my chicken was too hot. Well, I'm going to tell you, if he put some of them Carolina Reaper and ghost peppers on it, then that was too hot.
Sure was.
Don't ever eat some like powdered dust seasoning out of a G-Man's tray.
From a Colombian.
After I put a little pinch in my mouth like that, he goes, "Oh yeah, 2 of the 3 ingredients is Carolina Reaper, and ghost pepper." I'm like, get out of here. I couldn't feel my tongue for about 30 minutes. So, man, but we had a good time. And then we got a bunch of friends going to Dallas for
World Food
Championships this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And good luck to everybody out there, and
folks in all different categories, man.
All kind of stuff, right? That's got to be crazy to judge and all that.
I can only imagine
Yeah.
how they keep up with that stuff, man.
Yeah.
There's so many people at that thing cooking and judging. It's just nuts.
Good evening, Greg. How are you doing?
Mm.
And we're not doing any cheese tonight, so
No cheese was harmed in the making of this show.
Yeah, no cheese was harmed. G-Man said we had a great time. Yeah, G-Man, we did have a great time, and you're going to have to bring me some of that sauce because I got to have some of it. It's fine.
Yeah, G-Man has this sweet and spicy sauce with garlic and ginger, and it's just like
it's the best chicken sauce I've ever had in my life.
Ever.
I'm being honest with you. It's one of them things that you could eat every time you have wings or something. You can put it on your chicken. It was just wonderful.
He says he's won like 4th or 5th place, like
at Memphis in May.
Yeah, 5 or 6 times.
Yeah. I was very surprised. It was great seeing the band. Yeah, the band got together and we played a few tunes. Well, they let us up on stage a few times. I was very surprised that Wings and our good friend Daniel Haley and G-Man didn't get a call.
I know it.
I mean, hands down. No offense to anybody else. Just that was very surprising.
Because we had them wings and we had them there and they were point.
Yeah, exactly. I had his wings right after he turned them in. I'm pointing to Daniel off camera there. And I had G-Man's and they were both pretty legit.
They were.
Rick Gitry?
Yeah, he came today and bought that big, heavy 900-pound pit over there.
Oh.
That ain't there no more.
Well, congratulations.
He's been burning it today. He called me earlier and had a few little issues. Had one. It's got so many dampers and slides.
He bought the smoker builder.
Oh,
yeah. Nice.
It's got so many stacks and slides and dampers. He had one open that should, he juked when he should have jived.
Oh yeah, I've done that before.
Hopefully it got hot. He's been playing with it. Hopefully it started to line him out.
Yeah, it's something to dance with. You just got to keep dancing.
He's an Oklahoma boy that went to Michigan and now moved back to Arkansas.
Oh, nice. Well, congratulations on your smoker builder purchase. And man, if you ever need anything at all, just let us know. We'll be glad to help you.
Yep. We've got a new brand of offset coming in. We cooked on last week, the Legend smoker.
The Legend, man.
So we'll have it's a 22-inch diameter pipe or cooking chamber. It's not a pipe, it's rolled. Yeah. 48 inches long, and it's a real simple Texas style offset. It'll have 4 or 5 options, I think, is all it's available, but it's going to be in that, it's going to hit just under that $3,000 price range. And I believe, it's going to really be a popular pit. It's, just
that backyard stick burner.
It's just a huge step up from what you can get at Academy or Sportsman's or anything like that.
Well made.
We were cooking, y'all. We had coals that would fit in my hand and one little stick of wood, 12 inches long, 3 inches round, and it was holding 300 in the rain.
Yeah. And we talked about that a little bit last Friday, since it was kind of the night before we went out to South Haven.
Yep.
There. And then also that night we cooked a little bit of taco from our trimmings from South Haven Spring Fest. We might have to do that again on the show.
It's going down.
That was some good tacos, man. I could eat a pile of them right now.
We decided. I pretty much decided after that All Money Muscle box did so well.
Yeah.
That come the next KCBS contest, I'm gonna trim those things down to where they just barely 4.5 pounds.
Yeah.
And all the rest of that is going to be there for.
It's going to be tacos.
It's going to be tacos.
That's right.
or sausage or something that we like to eat other than pulled pork.
And we're going to have to bring Julio out there.
We're about to bring Julio out.
Wait
till y'all see Julio.
Man, wait till y'all see these grills. This grill. I don't know if you caught on to our naming. All right. I got a question out there for whoever's watching. Do you name your grills? And if you do, what's their names and why?
Yep.
The reason why, I don't know if you see the theme going on, but so I got the smoker. I got the short rib drum smoker from Justin West. All right, my Rusty bucket,
and it looked like the old Sanford Son truck.
So I call it Fred G. Right, so we call it Fred G. Then we have the smoker builder, huge offset that we cook KCBS stuff on the other night. I started calling it Lamont because it carries all the stuff, just like Lamont did on the show.
It's got room to strap stuff down
yeah.
and take it to market and whatever. Yeah, it's just got, you can strap it down. It's big, it's bold, and it's black, and it carries a big load of everything.
Yeah. And so then we have our third grill, which is a Santa Maria.
It's more of an El Segundo.
Okay, you throwing out a different word for me.
Well, that's. Remember, you never heard Fred G talk about El Segundo?
I think so. Yeah. El Segundo. It is kind of that, but we call it Julio. And, you know,
He was the Puerto Rican friend.
He was a Puerto Rican friend from next door, and if you look at this grill, it's a Julio. And I can't wait for y'all to see it. We'll have to do a video on Julio and probably the whole Sanford gang.
Gonna have to do a coon hunting trip, and cook us a coon supper on it.
Yeah,
that's about as proper. Or I gotta stop by the goat farm up here on 178. See if we can buy some cabrito.
Yeah. So tell them what cabrito is, just so you.
We said goat farm, and it kind of is gonna be a goat, but cabrito is baby goat, just like veal is to beef. It's baby cow. It's baby beef that's only been fed with mother's milk. So the meat is real light and soft, and it has a lot of. You think, oh, there's no fat, it wouldn't any flavor. Well, it has baby fat.
Yeah.
So it's yummy, yummy, yummy because of the baby fat, and the meat hasn't transformed. It hasn't gotten tougher and harder and stronger. It's real soft and supple, and it got a mild taste to it. Same thing with cabrito. If you've ever had goat, I mean, it's a really dark meat and kind of gamey. But this is before it turns dark white. And gamey.
This is kind of white.
Yeah, and got lots of baby fat. I mean, up to half inch of like yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like right. That? Yeah, suitcase spawn.
Hey, Rick Gitcher said Shanae because she's a bad bee. And you know what the B word is.
Word up.
Yeah, word up. I rock your world. Shanae. Oh my gosh. All right. So anybody else name their grills, and what do you name your grill and why? I've heard people say, I'm not naming no grill. That's stupid. But
that's okay.
You know my M16? You know what my name of my M16 is?
Chris Kyle?
No, it comes from that's a good one. It comes from Texas. So I call it Steak Walker Texas Ranger.
Steak Walker
Texas Ranger. So I try to, anytime I put my M16 down, I got a good chance at walking after cooking a steak. So I call it Steak Walker Texas Ranger. So because that M16 keeps me in the game, ain't no doubt. Marcio says we have Big Bertha and Lollipop. That sounds like some good grill names too.
I have cooked on both of them.
Have you? We had a Big Bertha back in my Southport days. We had Big Bertha, our old charcoal hog cooker.
I think his Big Bertha is that big old Brazilian style grill he's got.
Yeah. And then there's Hogzilla. Remember Hogzilla? I mean, you know about Hogzilla. That's the biggest old hickory I've ever seen in my life. That thing is huge.
200 something pork butts at a time.
Yeah, that's crazy. Gigantic. And man, a lot of our friends did really well out at Springfest. Thinking about that again. Fireman John grand championed the whole thing on MPN.
Yep. By himself.
Nice. I mean, he's the man. And
with his hog?
No, with pulled pork.
Pulled pork. Yeah.
Nice.
He did pulled pork, and then whole hog went to
Great Pig in the
Sky. Nick Woolfolk, and second place went to Boar's Night Out, and third place went to Heath Riles.
Yep.
There with whole hog. So good stuff there. We ended up 5th place in whole hog. We were very excited about that. So what we got going on? What you got going on coming over here?
Woo, my glass is fogging up.
Uh-huh.
It's a little look at that. It's a little eggy
gravy that looks like it's gonna be real nice over top of
A
this.
little gravy to have with our dressing.
Tell them about these pots you're cooking in. What's going on with that?
Man, we decided we wanted to do the induction thing because those induction cooktops are real convenient,
Yeah.
real efficient, and you can kind of turn them up, turn them down. You can just set them and they just kind of do their thing, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just a neat deal. So you got to have certain kind of pots. You can't have cast aluminum. It's got to be stainless or cast iron or a certain kind of pot to work on it. But
Yeah.
the cooktop doesn't get hot, so it's a little safer. But the main thing is it's just easy.
Yeah.
So these are the Gunter Wilhelm pots. So this is like a 2.5 quart pot with a lid. We've got a mini wok that we got from Gunter, and then we've got like a saucepan, a white 10-inch skillet, if you will.
Yeah.
And then we've got a big stock pot, like a 12-quart stock pot. And then I have a little small saucepan, like a 1 quart. So
Now,
these are really nice.
Do you have these in stock, or can you get them?
I can get them. I don't stock them. It's just that we don't really have the traffic for that. But should anyone want a good set of cookware, this Gunter Wilhelm cookware is the top of the line stuff.
I like the dome lid.
And then it's got
really nice.
It's got a real heavy. You see, it's got an extra heavy bottom on it.
Yeah.
So
and it's good on those induction cookers.
Works really well. This little pot's nice, but I love the little mini wok as much as anything. Those things are cool. So if you want a good set of cookware for a gift or whatever, or just one of the single pieces, look at the Gunter Wilhelm website and pick out what you like. Come talk to me, and we'll get you some coming. But it's good stuff.
Speaking of gift ideas,
y'all ready for this?
Sure. Y'all ready for this? Don't.
Yeah.
Speaking of gift ideas, real quick, we talked about this Friday night out in South Haven a little bit, but tell them what we got coming up as far as another adventure.
So we're gonna offer some really cool gift ideas. We're gonna do a live stream show.
Yep.
And if you've ever seen live stream selling, it's kind of a new deal, but you've seen it more on the line of women's boutiques and clothing, where they model with clothing, custom clothing, and you can actually buy right there on the screen during the show.
Yeah.
And really, all you got to do to buy is down in the comment section type sold, and it'll
have a number attached to the
if you got more
product.
than one item. And then it sort of scrubs that and sends you an invoice you can pay, and then it automatically gets shipped out to you. I mean, somebody ships it out, and it's all kind of seamless. You don't have to go find it onto the website or look for it. It's all very convenient. It's kind of like double clicking the side of your phone on Amazon.
That's right.
It's just that easy.
It is that easy. And so stay tuned to that, to Sweet Swine of Mine's social media pages and all of those platforms. And we'll have some information out there pretty soon about Sweet Swine of Mine Presents Barbecue Live.
And if you have ideas and things that you want to see in the way of gift ideas, we will certainly take that into consideration and offer some of those items for gifts.
Yeah.
We get some, if we get multiple requests for certain things, we'll offer these things. We'll have it up there and have it available for sale for sure.
Yeah. So we will have that. We will have more information about that coming soon. And it's no big, nothing really big to sign up for. Like the first time you go and put your email and stuff in, and then it sends you an invoice. That's basically it. So it's nothing really a whole lot to sign up for. It'd be secure pay and all that through Shopify, just like if you're buying something on Mark's website. That's basically what it's going to be. So, all right, tell them what we got, man. Everything looks good.
Boneless, skinless turkey breast coming up.
All right.
Bring that one on in there.
Come on in there. Now, Maynard brought us a couple things.
Look at that.
Golly. Y'all, this man's got sweet taters.
Sweet tater casserole, Brussels sprout casserole. Is that French fried onions or is that jalapenos?
French fried onions.
French fried onions. Yeah.
And so we did the boneless, skinless turkey breast. I'm going to tell you how to cook this. It's real easy.
Yeah.
It's going to mess you up in the head. But boneless, skinless turkey breast. Y'all, you take this, season it whatever you want. I like, my favorite thing for chicken and or turkey like this really is Sterling Smith's Luton Booty. It's Gold Star chicken rub.
Okay.
It's it is roasted chicken or turkey goodness. You don't need anything else but this.
But if you didn't have that, your roasted garlic is great on that. Then
or white lightning.
White lightning. John Lindsay has a rub called Rockin' Rooster.
Yep.
Very good on poultry. So
take
all
that
good.
and put it on there. Put it in a smoker that's preheated to 325 at least.
Yeah.
350 is fine. Put your probe in it. And I'm going to tell you, this is going to mess you up, but cook it up to 138 degrees.
138.
And then, because you've cooked it that hot, have you a pan of melted butter like this.
Okay.
Not cold butter, but melted butter. And as soon as it comes out, quickly transfer it from the smoker into the pan, wrap it in aluminum foil really tight, and then put it in an insulated, like a cooler or a Cambro or, in your oven or maybe just in your microwave.
Yeah.
Sit it in a microwave, someplace to where it's not going to lose a lot of heat and it's going to carry over. And what it'll finish cooking, wrapped up in that butter, and the juices are going to mix with that butter, and it's going to finish cooking. And let it sit there for at least 30 minutes, preferably 45. Yeah. Pull it out, and you'll have the most moist, juicy turkey that you've ever had. It's a totally different world. I mean, it's softer, it's more moist, it's more flavor. Everything about it is so much better.
Huh.
So
138.
138.
Put it in melted butter bath.
Wrap it tight.
Let it sit tight for how long?
At least 45 minutes.
At least 45 minutes. Okay,
yep.
Cool deal. G-Man said, I got the ghost pepper powder for Christmas gifts too.
If you want your tongue numb, if you want to forget,
G-Man.
Have you ever fallen asleep somewhere like on your arm and your whole hand goes to sleep? That's kind of what it does to your tongue.
Exactly.
You can't tell it's there.
I mean, the whole bottom half of my tongue was just gone for like 30 minutes. I had it hanging out in the wind like Buck, just trying to get it cool off.
It burns for a minute.
Yeah.
Then it just goes numb.
It just gone. Like all of a sudden you got COVID for 30 minutes I got COVID of the tongue for 30 minutes. All right, so man, this smells like Thanksgiving. So I know it. So, all right, Maynard, you got to come around here and talk to us about this Brussels sprout casserole.
Yep.
And this mashed potatoes.
All right, so the Brussels sprout casserole.
I mean, sweet potatoes, not mashed potatoes.
Right there is equal parts Brussels sprouts, and I use the baby bella mushrooms.
Okay.
I saute them in a cast iron skillet for about 5-6 minutes. Just to where they're starting to get tender, not overcooking them. Take that, pull it out, put a can of cream of mushroom soup.
Okay.
And then I put it in a pan. I crumble bacon on top of that.
All right.
Fresh sliced green onions on top of that.
All the things I love.
And then the French fried onions on top of that.
Man.
Bake it off for, 30, 40 minutes at 350.
All right.
And it's good to go.
Man, it's like a Brussels sprout wizard.
I don't know what you.
Sprouts in a whole lot of
I don't know if y'all are going to get a bite of that or not because I'm going to eat that pan. All right. Then tell me what this is, man.
All right. So this is the sweet potato casserole. Now I have to give a shout out to my sister-in-law, Renee, because this is her recipe.
Okay.
So you take the sweet potatoes, cut them, peel them, cut them, boil them. So they get soft, not overcooking them, not where they're just mush. Put them in the blender.
Okay.
With a stick of butter, 1 cup of sugar.
Okay.
And 1 teaspoon of vanilla.
Okay.
Mix that up, put that in here. And then the topping is 1/3 cup of flour, 1 cup of brown sugar.
Okay.
And 1/3 cup of butter.
Okay.
And then the recipe calls for
pecans.
1 cup of pecans, like chopped pecans. I didn't have any pecans, but I did have some pistachios. So instead of the pecans, I put the pistachios in there. You blend that up with a blender.
Yeah.
And then you kind of drop it on top. And then you can see when it cooks how that gets brown and crispy on top.
It just kind of covers all that up good.
And Renee knows good and well that this is one of my favorite things, and she always brings it to our Thanksgiving celebration at my mom's house.
Yep. Like we cook something, but it has like pecans and marshmallows.
Yep. Now, my mother has done the marshmallow topping for years and years and years.
Yeah. And I ain't mad at that either. No. But I probably won't be upset at this.
No. But when Renee started bringing this, it, like I said, it's the best sweet potato casserole I've ever had.
Cool.
Man, it looks legit.
It does look very legit.
Now, Mark, you tell us about the dressing.
Oh,
there.
Yes. So we made this dressing, and we kind of ravaged it a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
So this is what I would call my sister-in-law Michelle. This is her version of what I call butter dressing.
Yeah.
And
because we put some butter.
Because it has some butter running off the top of it. So we talked about stock.
Yeah.
How important the stock is. A good fatty stock. And after we made the stock with celery and onions and everything, I added some more celery and onions and put it on a boil and simmer over there on the induction top. And then once it softened all that up really good, I made a pan of cornbread last night, and I made it in a 12-inch cast iron skillet. And I preheat the cast iron skillet with butter, pour that in there so you get a good brown crust on the bottom.
That's right.
And I did Martha White self-rising cornbread mix, and I made it with buttermilk and some butter. And it made a big pan.
After he got that done, he sent me a picture and he said, "You gonna eat your cornbread?" He did it like a voice record. "You gonna eat your cornbread?"
There's a little mouse got in there and got a little wedge of it last night. So I used half of that pan.
Yeah.
I didn't know how much it was going to take, how big a pan I was going to make, but I made half of that. I took half of that cornbread, crumbled it in here, and I took, I don't know, 7 or 8 small slices of French bread that were left over from another day, put them in the food processor, mixed it in with it, and then I picked a good handful of fresh sage out of the herb garden.
Yeah.
And all that fresh sage, I chopped it up. You saw it earlier. We had it up here on the cutting board. Mixed that in with it. 6 eggs, farm fresh eggs, and then I just took this ladle with that stock over there after it had cooled down just a little bit. I just started ladling, and I put 6 of these ladles in here and 6 eggs, and then all this cornbread and bread and all that chopped sage.
Yeah.
And a little bit of that Luton Booty Gold Star chicken rub, and stirred it all up together. And then once that was done, we put it in a red box, and it sat in there a good 35, 40 minutes. And it's got this beautiful golden color, and it cooked down.
I'm going to tell y'all it's good.
It's righteous.
It's real good. And when I get a plate here in a minute, it's going to be just as good as it was a while ago. And now we got some of this nice eggy gravy that I'm going to put on top of it.
This gravy, y'all, is just what stock was left over. We poured it out. We put a little bit of butter and some flour and cooked that roux for just a little bit.
Yeah.
And then just kept ladling it back in until we got the consistency we want. And then we cracked that one last egg that I had in there and stirred it up in there real good. And it's kind of like egg drop gravy.
Egg drop.
I ain't mad at that at all. Y'all know how I feel about eggs. I like them from my head down to my legs.
And so we take this here turkey.
Oh.
And we're going to slice it.
I don't know if y'all can't see that, but I mean, that right there. Good stuff. Joe Wilson says, "Man, oh man, y'all are always doing it right. Man, I don't know any other way."
That's right.
We're just trying to be like you, Joe.
That's right.
We're living up to that squirrel dairy standard.
If you're going to feed people, make it taste good.
That's right.
Yeah.
I wonder if Joe Wilson got that pretty smoker yet at the squirrel dairy. Because he got him a pretty smoker.
That one that's painted like that aerial plane.
Mm-hmm. Old dude from Cotton Gin Smokers made him one of the prettiest smokers I'd ever seen.
Just got to make sure it tastes all right.
Oh, it ain't no good.
Good.
Ain't no good. That's going to make a fine turkey sandwich.
So,
will make a fine turkey sandwich.
As you can tell, ain't nothing dry about that.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Buttery goodness. You just shook butter off of it.
That's the way it should be.
It ain't nothing wrong with that.
So
Brahma Hump is going down Saturday, is what
again.
Joe Wilson said. Brahma Hump. I wish my brother Joe Wilson lived closer. That's all I gotta say.
Wonder if we can find a camel hump.
A camel hump?
That might feed a village.
That might be tough. That's got to be some tough meat, ain't it?
We can cook it down.
We'll get it right. Low and slow, baby. It'll be good.
You cook it long enough.
Cook it long enough.
And low enough.
Curried camel hump.
Oh, man. Hey, you know, somebody ate a chicken for the first time one day.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how did you figure out that's good? You know?
Hey, I still want to know who saw an egg
Pop out of a chicken butt.
Pop out of a chicken
butt and, say,
and
hey,
then
I
said,
wanna eat
hey, I
that."
want to crack it and fry it.
That's right.
Exactly.
I seen a crawfish crawl out the mud.
Yep.
I said, oh, I bet them be good boiled. What?
It's like a marsh cockroach.
Exactly. So, I mean, we ought to, I mean, there's got to be a history of food book somewhere, right? You hear like lobsters
so
and
far that it's
prehistoric. Yeah, that's right. But you remember like I remember hearing somewhere like it stuff that we consider delicacies now used to be like stuff that people wouldn't eat, like sit on the docks and like lobster and shrimp, crab and all that stuff would just be sitting on the docks and they'd let room.
Brisket.
Oh yeah.
Brisket, same way. Look at it now. Brisket's like $9 a pound.
Yeah.
And it used to be stuff that they threw out to the hell.
Yeah. And then like flank steak.
Yep.
Or flat iron steak. They found a cheap cut of meat to serve in restaurants and stuff like that, but really it's nothing wrong with it. It's nothing wrong with it at all.
It's just using the right technique.
I'm gonna tell you, I think innovative food came from poor folks.
It did.
Oh, it did.
You know,
sure.
Out of necessity.
Out of necessity. That's how all the pork, the whole pig is pretty much eaten because of poor people. From the rooter to the tutor.
That's right. Great
movie.
Boomerang.
Joe Wilson said Paula Dean don't know how to fry the catfish, boys. Shane and I ate at her place Saturday, and someone needs to give her a sack of cornmeal. I hear you. Her recipe might be a little different from mine.
I'll tell you, if y'all had never made dressing with fresh sage, in this stock, it had fresh rosemary and thyme out of the garden.
Yeah.
And some chives and fresh herbs, I think, make all the difference. So we never used them growing up. We had dried stuff that might have been 15 years old in the cupboard.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
It was good.
Like that bay leaf sitting up there. Like,
Yeah.
how old is that bay leaf?
While it was good,
Yeah.
it don't compare. We had great stuff out of the garden, but we just never really concentrated on herbs and spices.
Yeah.
And when you use that stuff fresh, it's a whole nother level, man.
Sure.
It really amps it up.
Mark,
And that dressing is
we started talking about dressing early. I was like, hey man, what are we gonna do? You wanna do some dressing? And he said, you like sage? I said, you can put so much sage in it, it's green.
It kind of is.
And it's got a greenish tint to it around the edges, and I'm fine with it. I'm really fine. I like sage.
You can put so much more fresh sage versus dried sage.
Oh, sure. The dried sage is really.
Oh, there was a handful of sage
And
leaves.
it's not overly sagey.
No,
Yeah.
now you couldn't put near about the most dry sage in it.
No.
But it turned out good.
Mike Brown talked about brisket and chicken wings. Like that.
Yeah.
Chicken wings were those things that got thrown away.
Yep.
Like somebody thought about, hey, let me fry a chicken wing, put some sauce on it.
My mom said when we was growing up, they sold chicken wings for 10 cents a pound.
I believe it.
10 cents a pound?
10 cents a pound.
Now you can't get them.
Now they're what, $4 or $5 a
Oh,
pound?
remember when you used to go to Buffalo Wild Wings, and Buffalo Wild Wings was like 15-cent Tuesdays or something like that.
What?
I was going to use that one for gravy.
Oh, I had this.
Oh, okay.
Like 15-cent Tuesday nights or Wing Wednesday was, a certain night. And then inflation kicked in and those wings got up and up and up. And probably it's like 70-cent wing night now or something. Ain't no doubt. $1? Are you kidding me?
Dollar wings.
Dollar wings. Good gracious. That's
Man.
sick.
First time I ate oysters down on the Gulf,
Yeah.
we got them for 10 cents a piece.
Yeah.
And we would sit there for a couple of hours and eat dozen after dozen after dozen because they were 10 cents a piece.
My mom and dad talk about my dad was in the Air Force and he was at Fort Eglin. And so they're at Fort Walton Beach and down in Destin, Fort Walton, all that area. So and this was probably around early 70s. This was before I was born. So like they were there from like 72, 74, 70. I mean, right before I was born, so 76. And that you could get quarter shrimp like this.
Yep.
I mean, big shrimp like that for quarters, and it was just awesome. But gas was 99 cents, 99 cents a gallon, or 75 cents a gallon, or something like that. That's been a long time ago. Mike Brown says drumsticks and thighs are 99 cents a pound. Saw wings right next to them for $4.19 a pound. Exactly right.
Yep.
That's at Kroger the other day. The thighs and legs that we brought out to South Haven Spring Fest, the thighs and legs were 99 cents a pound. Looked at a bag of wings was $4.19.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Look
Look
at that.
at that plate right there. Thanksgiving dinner.
That is it right there, boys.
I had my mic up around here, but I'm afraid my beard was probably brushing it. Go ahead and get you one. So
He did that right.
he sure did.
I've seen it done.
A couple times. That sweet potato looks legit, bro.
I'll guarantee.
You're not gonna hate it, I promise.
Have you noticed like every recipe we talked about it like had like sticks of butter in it?
Paula Dean, eat your heart out.
That topping on the sweet potato?
Yeah.
Pretty nice, huh? Real nice, Clark. Oh, Daniel.
Another great movie.
See where that sign says rib tips.
Real nice part.
Speaking of that, did that get done today?
The rib tips? Yeah. We had a couple folks in here doing some work and had a few folks come and go and next thing you know, the pan was gone.
Yeah.
That ate them up.
Dude,
I mean, I come back and I'm like, who? It was right. Let me just tell you how good they were.
don't tell me how good they were. Tell me you had to throw them in the trash. Don't tell me how good they were and said, oh, by the way, we ain't got none. Did you take any pictures?
No, I didn't.
No pictures, so we can't do a TikTok either?
There were squirrels galore.
God. Okay. We'll have to do some more then.
Yep, that's no problem. I
That's no
happen to
problem.
have some more.
See where that sign says rib tips. Mike Brown said, and Mark is showing the plate like he's going to share. Don't see that happening. Ideas coming through for the upcoming cook-off. I don't know what that means.
Mm-hmm,
Oh, the Thanksgiving side. Oh, the ancillary. I got you.
And if you notice, I got the end, but the other end of this dressing, so it's got the crusty edges.
Oh, get on down. Man, so we talked about, so what we got coming up? You got we got a contest here.
Contest here next weekend.
Next weekend. We're taking a weekend off, right?
Yep, that's right.
Oh,
well,
no.
Kind of.
You're in Bridgetown.
Mm-hmm. Me and Haley are going to Bridgetown.
You and Haley are in Bridgetown, and what are they doing? Ribs, chicken wings, and steak.
That's right.
At Bridgetown. Kind of like the Hernando Water Tower cook-off, except this is at Bridgetown.
Yep, very similar.
Okay, cool.
Real similar, kind of the same format. I don't know who put that together, where Malcolm put that together or who did, but same format, I believe, where they give you all the stuff to cook. So,
$150 entry, they give you all the protein.
Right. That's right.
Cool. Yeah, that's the same thing they did at Water Tower. So I would say the same either somebody copied the idea, which is a great thing. And Alan Nichols. Thanks, Mark, for getting my sweet swine of mine ordered to me this week. Fast service as always. I will be using it at the KCBS World Invitational in Oklahoma next weekend.
Hot diggity dog. Good luck, Alan.
Yep. So, John Green says, y'all make a fat boy drool on the keyboard.
Well, let me tell you something. I'm thankful for this food, but thankful for all my brothers here sharing it with.
Man, yeah. It's always a good time. We're going to pray, but we're going to pray at the end because we have prayer and popsicles. So know that we're praying for this food right now, I promise you. And may it do, nourishment for our bodies and all that stuff for the Lord's work.
All you sinners watching, I sure hate you don't get none.
I wasn't going to go there.
Well, this sinner's eating too, so.
That's right. This sinner right here is eating. My hat says product of grace. And nobody needed it more than me. I promise you.
Look. A YouTube video I did the other day had all kinds of people picking on me because I wasn't eating on camera. Well, guess what? I won't do that no more.
That's right. Eat on camera, son.
I'm going to eat on camera, especially when it's like this. I promise you, whether I eat on camera or not.
That gravy is fire, dude. That gravy is fire.
It really sets that dressing off.
I'm going to tell you one thing. If you are in the greater Byhalia area and you don't come to Old School on Thursday nights,
you missing something.
Man, you are missing out.
Some of the best grub.
Yeah. Greg Snyder says, see you next week. Hey, so we got all kinds of
week.
Yeah.
After week.
After week. Yep. We are having some better and better food.
The only thing missing, we forgot the cranberry.
That's right. I'm good.
But that I'm really sweet good. Really set it off,
Man, that turkey.
Oh, there's the sweet. Wow. Oh my God.
Oh, that sweet potato? I hadn't had it yet.
There it is.
Oh my goodness.
So good.
I like that a lot. My wife would love that. My wife would love that.
Brussels sprout.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh my God.
So, if you'd like these recipes or anything else, hook it up. We'll let us know. We're going to put the cornbread dressing recipe in the comments. We'll post that up on Old School.
That's pretty easy.
Pretty easy. A little run through about the turkey breast. We can do that pretty quick too.
Yep.
We'll have that on Old School Facebook page. Y'all make sure to check that out. And Maynard might give us this Brussels sprout and sweet potato thing. Man, that's good stuff.
That Brussels sprout is legit.
If you like Brussels sprouts, you will love this.
And let me tell you, if you don't like Brussels sprouts, I want to know when's the last time you had them, because I don't know about you.
Yeah, that's right.
And how did you have them?
I mean, did you, last time you saw them, if they was on your plate when you was 9 years old and your mama made you stay there and eat them?
This ain't your mama's Brussels
This
sprout.
ain't your mama's Brussels sprout. I'm going to have to put
Brussels sprout frittata.
What?
One of the best things you'll ever put in your
You're
mouth.
a frittata making fools, son.
Breakfast.
I'm gonna sit my mic down because I know I'm just like
Smacking?
Ain't no doubt. This food's too good, bro.
I'm smacking.
This turkey is real.
Turkey is good.
Oh yeah.
You did this right, son.
Okay.
See, I'm so glad we didn't do this the week of Thanksgiving.
Oh no.
Because that way, this is like a warm up to Thanksgiving.
It's a primer, yeah.
It's a primer, like, get it started. And we're not sitting here eating the same, not this the same stuff, but same kind of stuff the week before. It's funny how we lost about 10 viewers when we started eating. People just can't. I mean, you know what I'm saying. We just lost. We lost some people.
What can I say?
I mean,
I was told to eat the food on camera.
That's right. I really don't care if I was told to or not.
I'm gonna do it for real.
Also, I don't know how many Twitch watchers we have out here, but be watching for these two old boys right here doing some stuff on Twitch only, like Twitch exclusive. On we might be doing something real special on there.
It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna tell you that.
Yeah, that's right. We're gonna have some good stuff.
You know, y'all can cook a whole turkey if you want.
Yeah.
But
that turkey breast is nice.
For me, the only reason to cook that is so I've got legs and thighs left over to make gumbo with.
That's right.
Because this part right here is the best part. And it's the easiest to cook. It's quick. It's cheaper. The only thing you're missing is the carcass to make the gumbo.
I don't know. My grandma, I mean, my mother-in-law, I say grandmother. My mother-in-law makes turkey soup.
Yeah, absolutely.
With like egg noodles. And,
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing.
So good.
My mom does that every year.
All that extra dark meat and them bones to make you stop.
I will say I love a good turkey thigh, though.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. All right, so we got Vidalia on the 13th and 14th. We got Mini Pot next week. So Mini Pot's going to be here the night of Old School. So I'm going to be here doing the show. Mark's going to be taking care of his Mini Pot, and we're going to bring him in every once in a while, bring other people in. So there's no telling who we might see here. Right?
We're going to have a great time, and we're going to have a whole lot of interaction with some different people showing some different ways they're cooking their gumbo in the mini pot.
Yeah. We're going to talk about a little bit about, exactly different people's take on gumbo. So it's going to be Gumbo Mini Pot night next Thursday night, 7 o'clock. Y'all make sure to tune in. We might have to go a little early. Y'all make sure to watch it out. We might have to go a little early and go a little late. Maybe start at 6:30 and go all the way to turn in. Something like that. So
and turn in will be 8 to 8:15.
Turn in will be 8 to 8:15. So we instead of stopping, we might go right till turn in. See how everybody does. And then we'll have samples from everybody's turn in at that time, and we'll try everybody's samples. So does that sound like a good idea, don't it?
Yep.
So
you know what time it is?
It's popsicle and prayer time.
Popsicle 30.
All right, y'all. My hat right there says "Product of Grace." God's grace is all that made us who we are right now, and so
and we're certainly thankful for everything.
Thankful for that grace every day that God made a way. Through sin, as we're all still sinners, He loved us enough to give us a way through Jesus Christ, and that grace alone.
That's what we're thankful for and very happy for.
Yeah, in this thankful time of the year and thankful season, we need to be living thankful every day. Live like we know the gospel of Christ and how we treat people and how we love people. Somewhere in the Bible says they will recognize us by how we love. So,
that's right.
Definitely. So let's have some prayer and some popsicle time.
Come on.
Our gracious Heavenly Father, Lord, we just thank you for this day. We thank you for this. Thank you for this thankful season. And may we have hearts of thanksgiving coming to you daily. And thank you for that grace and your mercy, Lord. Thank you for this food. Thank you for this fellowship with friends. And just thank you for this special time together, Lord. And just thank you for these men and the friendships that we have. And thank you for all these people watching. May their homes be blessed. And may you be careful throughout this holiday season, Lord. We'll just be with these people and comfort them and give them peace. And in Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Amen.
All right. Let's do it, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Y'all have a great week, man. We'll see y'all next week. Mini pot, Thursday night, gumbo. If you're in the area, y'all come cook and join us. Y'all come be a judge. I mean, you can do a bunch of things.
Hang out, have a good time, but come see us.
Yeah, y'all come see us right here. Right here in Bahia, Edwards Road, 113 Edwards Road, Bahia, Mississippi. Y'all come check it out. God bless. Love God and love people. Mark, see you next time, brother.
Salute, brother.
All right. Y'all, peace out.